Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. I used to just ask ChatGPT basic questions and get completely generic answers back, totally missing out on its actual magic. I think most people only scratch the surface of what it can do. But today, whether you're a student writing a paper, a developer debugging code, or a small business owner trying to save a few precious hours, we're going to explore the practical strategies that will fundamentally change how you use AI. We're going to transform you into an absolute AI commander.
To get us there, here's our game plan. We'll start by unlocking its true power, then break down the perfect prompt formula. After that, we'll level up your workflows, go over some absolutely crucial common mistakes to avoid, and wrap up with the ultimate AI advantage.
So, Section 1, Unlocking True Power. We're moving from a simple search engine to a true AI assistant.
Section 2, the perfect prompt formula. This is the absolute foundation of getting great results. The golden rule of AI is actually pretty simple. Specific questions produce specific answers. If you just type something vague like "teach me Python," you're going to get an overwhelming, dense textbook response. But if you add a clear persona, a measurable goal, and a timeline, like asking it to act as if you're a complete beginner and requesting a 30-day learning plan with daily exercises, you instantly transform a basic query into a highly customized, actionable curriculum. It's a real game changer.
Our second tip is providing context, and it's literally the difference between a usable draft and AI-generated gibberish. If you just ask the AI to write an email, it is flying completely blind. But when you add in contextual clues, specifying a professional tone, identifying the client audience, mentioning a 2-day delay, and giving the exact reason of additional quality testing, it spits out a perfect email you can essentially just copy, paste, and send.
Tips 3 and 4 are all about framing. One of the absolute greatest hacks is assigning the AI a role. Don't just ask it for code. Tell it to act as a senior software architect. Then define the audience. Explaining a complex algorithm to a beginner looks vastly different than explaining it to the CEO. When you lock in the role in the audience, you completely dictate the tone and depth of the response. For tip 5, you should always request a format, because if you don't, ChatGPT defaults to standard, boring paragraphs. But it can easily generate tables, checklists, step-by-step guides, or even full YouTube scripts. You can take total control of the output simply by asking for the exact format you need to drop right into your workflow. All right, Section 3, Leveling Up Your Workflows. It's time to go way beyond basic questions. Tip 6 is a massive shortcut. You don't always need to start from a blank page. Whether you're a content creator who needs to make a script punchier, or a professional cleaning up grammar on a hastily typed report, just feed your existing text right into the AI. Ask it to rewrite, simplify, expand, or even change the tone entirely. Tip 7 requires a bit of a mindset shift. Treat this as a dynamic conversation. Never stop after that first answer. If an explanation doesn't click for you, push back. Ask, "Can you explain that differently?" Or, "Give me a real-world example." This back-and-forth iteration is where the actual high-value insights hide. Tip 8, break massive tasks down. If you ask AI to build an entire software application in one single prompt, it's going to hallucinate and you are going to get overwhelmed. Instead, sequence it out. Step 1, design the database. Once that is absolutely perfect, then prompt it for Step 2, the user interface. Chunking the project guarantees much higher accuracy. Bundling tips 9, 10, and 11 reveals the sheer versatility we're working with here. First, it's a wonderfully patient tutor for anything from Django to data analytics. Second, for software developers, it acts like a pair programmer that can generate code, spot bugs, and refactor. And third, it's a tireless brainstorming partner for startup ideas or marketing strategies when you just hit a creative wall. For tip 12, always ask for concrete examples. Asking something like, "Explain SQL join," just gives you a dry textbook definition. But asking it to explain that same concept using tables and sample data forces the AI to build a concrete, real-world application that actually registers in the human brain. It makes learning complex technical concepts significantly easier. Tip 13 leverages the AI's vast knowledge base to do the heavy lifting of comparing technologies or strategies. Trying to decide between Python and JavaScript, or SQL and NoSQL? Just ask it to build you a comparison table to weigh your options instantly. It's incredibly helpful when you need to make informed decisions quickly. Rounding out our workflow level is tip 14, ask ChatGPT to build reusable templates. Think about the things you do repeatedly as an entrepreneur, an educator, or a professional. You can have the AI generate standardized templates for your contracts, your meeting notes, or your weekly reports. This improves your consistency and will literally save you hours of repetitive work every single week.
Moving on to Section 4, Common Mistakes to Avoid. These are your vital AI guardrails.
You have to actively protect yourself from these traps. We know vague questions and lack of context are bad, but the biggest mistake is expecting a flawless answer on the very first try and giving up when it isn't perfect. You cannot outsource your critical thinking. AI is a powerful tool, sure, but it is not an autopilot.
Which leads us directly to tip 15, arguably the most vital one of all. ChatGPT makes mistakes, and often with the absolute confidence of a politician. For critical decisions involving law, medicine, finance, or taxes, you absolutely must verify the information using reliable outside sources. Always use it as an assistant, never the final authority.
And finally, Section 5, the ultimate AI advantage. Let's wrap up with some final thoughts.
I love this quote because it perfectly captures the reality we're stepping into. The AI is available to everyone, but the real edge goes to the people who know how to direct it. Your success with this tool depends entirely on the quality and structure of your prompts.
So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. Are you still just asking AI basic questions, or are you ready to actually start commanding it? Keep practicing these techniques every single day. If you found this explainer valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on artificial intelligence, Python, software engineering, and technology. Comment below with your absolute favorite ChatGPT tip or the most useful way you use AI in your daily life. And don't forget to share this explainer with friends, colleagues, or anyone who wants to level up their everyday productivity. See you next time.